Keeps his place at right back. There's a change at left back. Mikhail Urasovsky will drop back there. Danley Borman is out of the lineup tonight. So let's take a look at how the formation looks. You see the three-man midfield. Frings and Zavarisi will be the two players who sit backwards. Maicon Santos, the most attacking of the midfielders. He'll push just behind that front three of Ryan Johnson, Danny Koevermans and Nick Sulzma. It is the second game in a matter of 4 days for Toronto FC, and for Danny Koevermans, a player who isn't fully match fit yet, he'll hope to get through as much of the game as he possibly can after going the full 90 on Wednesday night. Let's take a look then at Sporting Kansas City's lineup. They show three changes from their last league game. Harrington, Diop and Zusi out of the lineup. Zusi dropping to the bench despite being the player of the month for Major League Soccer in June, and that's because of Jefferson coming into the lineup. Jefferson, one of two designated players for Sporting Kansas City. There is the other one, their captain, Omar Bravo, the Mexican who has experience at the World Cup and over 150 goals in 450 career matches for club and country. Bravo, in his first MLS season, has 4 goals and 2 assists. A young referee, just his 7th Major League Soccer match, Chris Penso, originally from Ohio, a 29-year-old who takes charge of this one here as Toronto FC look for a first road win of the season against a Sporting Kansas City side that is used to these humid conditions. 38 degrees Celsius at kickoff here at Livestrong Sporting Park. Sporting Kansas City here hoping to tie their record in their history for going unbeaten, which stands at 12 games. They are currently at 11 matches, and so far they are unbeaten in Major League Soccer at Livestrong Sporting Park. 5 games into their life at their new $200 million home in Kansas City, Kansas, about a 20-minute drive from downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Toronto FC all in red, Sporting Kansas City all in light blue, and we are about to get underway here at Livestrong Sporting Park with Toronto FC hoping to end a skid that has seen them lose their last 3 in the league, conceding 8 goals and not managing to score during those 3 games. Zavarisi with the chest off to Torsten Frings, and here's Ryan Johnson back for Torsten Frings, so comfortable in possession of the ball on Wednesday against FC Dallas, and out to the left-hand side for the left-footed central defender Andy Iro. Now Mikhail Urasovsky loses out on that far side. Kai Kamara inside to the Honduran Espinoza, who looks long for Omar Bravo down the left-hand side. Viator has to quickly get towards the corner flag, but in the end, it's behind for a goal kick for Toronto FC. Toronto with 3 wins from 11 meetings all-time against Sporting Kansas City. 4 defeats and 4 ties, the most recent coming when these two teams met earlier this season at BMO Field at the start of June. It was a 0-0 scoreline on Sporting Kansas City's visit north of the border. Frings with the ball out to the right side for Viator, the Guadeloupe international who played here for his country at this stadium in the Gold Cup. Espinoza inside to Cesar, the former Real Madrid player. Now Omar Bravo, Eckersley quickly through to close down Omar Bravo, and that's something, the energy that Eckersley brings to the back four, something that will help Toronto FC out tonight. Eckersley quickly closing down Omar Bravo. Here's Chance Myers, the right back for Sporting Kansas City, and it goes to CJ Sapong, the rookie, challenged by Frings, and now Richard Eckersley brings it clear. Closed down quickly there by Sapong. Couldn't find Johnson. The ball forward from Myers all the way through to the goalkeeper Stefan Fry for Toronto FC, the 25-year-old born in Switzerland. Eckersley across the back towards Andy Iro. Iro playing just 4 times for Columbus this season before the trade to Toronto. Urasovsky receives the ball from Fry. Myers back forward. Zavarisi brings it down. Zavarisi making his first start since the Vancouver game at home. Here's Johnson. Johnson with support on the left from Jurasovsky. There it goes. Here is the Belgian Mikael Jurasovsky. Looks in towards Koevermans. And Nielsen with a wonderful save from point-blank range to deny Danny Koevermans his first goal for Toronto FC. Three minutes into the game, great ball played across from the left-hand side, just Johnson fed Jurasovsky, and no one was picking up Koevermans in the middle. But the big Dane, Nielsen, got down well. It's behind for a first corner of the game for Toronto. Koevermans couldn't really have done much more than hit the target there. Frings with the right foot outswinger, cleared front post by Cesar. A bright opening to the game for Toronto FC. Viator, forward towards Maicon Santos. Frings looks long towards the back post. Andy Iroh still up there from the corner. And Johnson battling on the far side, brought away by Kai Kamara. Well won back by Gianluca Zavarisi. A high-tempo start from the visiting team. Maicon Santos, the Brazilian, couldn't bring that under control, and Sporting Kansas City will come back in the opposite direction. Espinoza looks wide to Omar Bravo on the right-hand side. The Mexican closed down by Mikael Jurasovsky. Jefferson challenged by Torsten Frings. Now here's Jefferson on his MLS debut. Played through towards the edge of the box where Eckersley managed to get a foot in on CJ Sapong, brought away by Viator to Torsten Frings. Jurasovsky has gone on the overlap down the left-hand side. It's played through towards Johnson. Jurasovsky's still there on the far side, but Sporting Kansas City get it back. Omar Bravo tried to lay the ball off, but Sulzma will get there before Sinovic. Nick Sulzma does very well, then he's fouled by Biesler. The referee tells him to get up. The assistant referee on the near side had his flag up for a free kick. The referee, Chris Penso, ignoring his assistant and allowing play to continue. It looked as if Sulzma was pulled down there. Jefferson carrying the ball forward and then threading it through, but couldn't put it onto the foot of Kai Kamara. Toronto FC with 18 points so far this season. 3 wins on the year. And away from home, 4 points from 10 matches with draws at San Jose, Colorado, Los Angeles and New England. Nick Sulzma coming off the bench on Wednesday night against FC Dallas. Got a great ball into the middle as the flag is up here on this one. Sulzma putting the ball on the platter for Maicon Santos on Wednesday. Santos couldn't head home, but here you see Sulzma with that opportunity to break forward, and then the tug on the jersey, definitely a free kick not given by the referee, Chris Penso. Sulzma unlucky on that occasion. Jurasovsky inside to Torsten Frings. Frings wide to the left. Ryan Johnson up against Collin, the central defender. And this time it is a free kick to Toronto FC in an attacking position wide on the left-hand side. Ryan Johnson controlling the ball well, just knocked it past the French defender, Aurélien Collin. And then found his way towards goal, blocked. So with a player of Torsten Frings' caliber on the pitch, from now on expect to see the German over all of the set pieces for Toronto FC. Here comes this one, too close to the goalkeeper. Kai Kamara, the Sierra Leone international, looking long towards Bravo. Toronto FC's last couple of road games, a 2-0 defeat at Houston. And before that, it was a 5-0 defeat at New York Red Bulls. But they have had the best chance of the game so far through 7.5 minutes at Livestrong Sporting Park. Danny Koevermans denied by Jimmy Nielsen. Frings in space in the midfield. Andy Iro forward to Mikhail Urosovsky. Danley Bowman on the bench tonight, with Urosovsky dropping back to left back. The other substitutes available for Toronto: the goalkeeper Milos Kosic, defender Ty Harden, central defender Donil Henry, Ashton Morgan, Matt Stinson, and midfielder Nathan Sturgis as well. Here's Mikhail Urosovsky in possession. Wide it goes to Ryan Johnson on the left-hand side. Now Zavarisi, closed down by Jefferson. Ryan Johnson battling hard. Colin came away with the ball initially, and then Cesar plays it up towards Omar Bravo. Here's Jefferson. Omar Bravo tried to slide it past Andy Iro towards CJ Sapong. Toronto will bring it clear towards halfway. Frings over the top for Koevermans. The flag stays down. Danny Koevermans in on goal. Koevermans pulls it wide. The second good chance for Koevermans inside the opening 9 minutes. What vision from Torsten Frings. The ball over the top. The perfectly timed run from the Dutchman Koevermans. He let the left foot shot fly, but couldn't slide it in the far post. Koevermans playing the full 90 minutes on Wednesday night, despite the coaching staff only expecting him to go for about an hour as he gets his match fitness, but they said it was credit to Koevermans. He wanted to stay out there. He wanted to play as long as possible to get his match fit as quickly as possible, and that's why they left him in the game on Wednesday. No Terry Dunfield or Leandre Griffith tonight. Both of those new players still recovering from injury. It's Sapong. Plays the ball past Urosovsky to Kai Kamara. And on the 10-minute mark, a shot from Kai Kamara well over the top of the bar, and it remains Sporting Kansas City 0, Toronto FC 0 here on Goal TV Canada, but the ball found Kamara in space. The referee judges that was a foul by Maicon Santos as he wrestled with Roger Espinosa, the 24-year-old Honduran, to get the ball back. Aaron Vinter said he was relatively pleased with his team Wednesday night due to all of the changes made to it. Said it would be a couple of games before the new signings managed to find their feet in his side. One of them, Danny Koevermans, starting well very early on with a couple of chances inside the opening 9 minutes of play. Koevermans, 6'3", 11 seasons in Holland, most recently with PSV Eindhoven before he moved to Major League Soccer, but he's a player that can provide that physical presence up front for Toronto. Here comes Sporting Kansas City. The ball played through towards Omar Bravo, but behind Viator. It was interesting talking to assistant coach Bob de Klerk earlier today. He was saying that it might not necessarily be that Koevermans plays as the central striker all of the time. They also see him with the ability to play in a role just behind the front three, which is where Maicon Santos is playing tonight. So it gives them the versatility of playing in either of those positions. It's something that Koevermans has done down his career. Beasler, the all-star for Sporting Kansas City. He'll be representing his team and Major League Soccer this coming Wednesday night in New York against Manchester United at the All-Star game. Iro quickly there to the ball, and now this is Torsten Frings. It's been a lively start for Toronto FC in the heat of Sporting Kansas City. They've been quick to win the ball in the midfield. They look up for the battle tonight, led by Torsten Frings. Eddie Viator. That goes out off Omar Bravo. Bravo with 2 of his goals coming in the season opener against Chivas USA in his MLS debut. He's scored a couple since then, including 1 against Vancouver Whitecaps. Eckersley with the ball forward. No one on the end of that one. It'll go all the way through towards Jimmy Nielsen. It's 5 games since Sporting Kansas City managed to keep their opponent off the score sheet back on June 22nd against Philadelphia. That was the last time they kept a clean sheet in a 0-0 draw. Only 4 shutouts so far this season for Sporting Kansas City, one of them coming at BMO Field. Sinovic. The ball into the middle over the top of Kai Kamara, and then some appeals from the Sporting fans behind the goal that went off the arm of Mikhail Urasovsky, but none of the Sporting players made the appeal to the referee. Let's take a look. The ball played in by the left-back Seth Sinovic, the former New England Revolution player. And easily back to Fry from Urasovsky. Here comes Cesar, though. Cesar goes for goal, parried away by Stefan Fry, back in, and save once again from Fry on Kamara's shot. A double stop from the keeper. First, Cesar lets go from long distance, and then the rebound saved by the legs of Fry from Kai Kamara. Acrobatic goalkeeping from the man between the posts for Toronto FC. Kai Kamara with 3 goals so far this season. 2 of them in the same game against New England, but denied tonight by Stefan Fry. Ball running through towards Ryan Johnson. Johnson's early cross. Koevermans couldn't get there. Back to Johnson. Edge of the box. Maicon Santos couldn't make the contact. Toronto finding plenty of space when they push forward. As we approach the quarter-hour mark, a couple of good chances for both sides so far at Livestrong Sporting Park. Sulzma couldn't find Zavarisi. CJ Sapong lays it off to Espinoza. Kai Kamara. Stefan Fry will just watch that one. Here's the chance from wide on the left-hand side. Johnson's ball in. Koevermans couldn't quite get there. Good covering defending from Biesler. And then it just went in front of Maicon Santos as the ball was played into the box the second time. Viator with the ball forward towards halfway. Over the top of Danny Koevermans. Colin will turn and goes backwards towards the goalkeeper. No Javier Martinez in the squad for this one. Dan Gargan missing the trip as well for Toronto FC. Both of those players not making the journey to Sporting Kansas City, a coach's decision. As the ball played into the middle towards Jefferson. Almost a sighted goal for Sporting Kansas City's new Brazilian designated player. Sinovic with the ball into the middle, and that was Frings getting back to get a head onto it. He read the play well. Frings inside to Ryan Johnson. Urasovsky comes back inside to Johnson. Maicon Santos. Now here's Jefferson. Jefferson on loan from Vasco da Gama in his native Brazil. Out wide to the right for Kai Kamara. Support from Chance Myers on that right-hand side, the California native. Cross into the middle, met by Richard Eckersley, and it goes behind for a corner for Sporting Kansas City. In the 18th minute of play, still goalless at Livestrong Sporting Park for Toronto FC. At Sporting Kansas City here on Goal TV Canada. Stephen Fry forced to make a double save to ensure it stays 0-0. And Toronto with everyone apart from Nick Sulzma back defending, awaiting the left foot delivery from the midfielder Jefferson. And it goes towards Colin. Colin, the defender, scored late last week to ensure Sporting Kansas City got a point in Houston and maintained their unbeaten streak. The referee just having a word with Espinoza for the challenge on Zavarisi. I mentioned some of the players not travelling for this game with Toronto FC as we take another look at the elbow that just came into Zavarisi there by Espinoza. Joao Plata, the Ecuadorian, also not with the team on this trip. He has stayed back in Toronto due to a paperwork issue. He was awaiting his passport to come back from New York, having renewed his work permit. Everything has been resolved, but the passport didn't return in time. The club was hoping even to fly Plata down today, had him booked on a flight, but the passport didn't arrive in time. But everything is now resolved with Plata's work permit, so he will be good to go for the rest of the season. He just couldn't travel south of the border for this game today. Disappointing for Toronto to be without the young Ecuadorian, but the 19-year-old has seen a lot of play recently. So the positive side is it's a well-earned rest going into a busy schedule. Let's head pitch side to Andy Petrillo.
Well, Luke, tonight's Fast Fact is brought to you by Oxford Learning, where better grades are just the beginning. Back in 2001, Aaron Vinter was playing for Sparta as a veteran player, and there was a young rookie on that team as well, one by the name of Danny Couvermans, and he was mentoring the young Couvermans, and in one of the league games, both of them scored a goal for a 2-1 victory over PSV. You fast forward 10 years now, and Aaron Vinter still mentoring Danny Couvermans, but this time as his head coach.
And mentioning that to Aaron Vinter is a certain way to make the Dutch coach feel old. But they're reunited, and we've seen early on in this one, Couvermans already a threat up front for Toronto FC. Sinovic ran that out of play, so this is a throw for Toronto. Aaron Vinter bringing in Eddie Viator on the day of the Dallas game. His signing completed in the afternoon. This is Viator's second start, and the throw from Viator comes in towards Couvermans. Viator with a throw in towards Maicon Santos. The ball back straight to a blue jersey and then given away by Jefferson for Sporting Kansas City. Viator just lets it run out of play. Viator played 3 group games at the 2010 Gold Cup, including a full game against Canada against his new colleagues Julian de Guzman and Terry Dunfield. Couvermans trying to feed the ball through towards Zavarisi. And now Cesar with plenty of space, and Kamara making a run ahead. Sapong down the middle. Cesar plays it back post looking for Omar Bravo. Viator recovered well and puts it behind. But the flag is up for offside anyway, so it won't be a corner. Cesar trying to pick out Bravo. There you see he's a yard or so offside. Viator did well to recover anyway. Ryan Johnson, who arrived in Toronto from the San Jose Earthquakes, gets the ball back from Jurasovsky. Iro forward to Frings. Eckers down the right-hand side. Some space for Nick Sulzma. Sulzma running at Sinovic. He managed to get the cross in and force Sinovic to put it behind for a Toronto FC corner. Good running by Sulzma down the right. The 23-year-old Dutchman making his 16th appearance for Toronto tonight, forcing Sinovic to make the challenge. And the result is this corner that Torsten Frings will come across to take as we just pass the midway mark in the first half at Livestrong Sporting Park. Frings ball in. Koopmans couldn't get there, headed away as far as Richard Eckersley. Eckersley does well to turn. Colin goes to ground, but Frings has the ball here on the edge of the box. Just a little short for Viator, but he got there anyway. The flag down as Nielsen punches it away. The two Toronto players weren't offside. Frings back into the danger zone. Some decent pressure now from Toronto FC. Certainly more than we saw in the last away game on the road at Houston. And Santos this time quickly closing down Biesler. Toronto FC with just the 17 goals scored in 22 matches so far this season. And goals hard to come by recently, failing to score in 7 of their last 11, but they have had some good chances early in this game in Kansas City. For now, it's on the defense with Chance Myers bringing it forward. Now Omar Bravo with a cross in towards the middle, and the assistant referee has a flag up for a handball on the far side, so a free kick for Sporting Kansas City. It went off Mikhail Urosovsky. Right on the edge of the penalty area. It went off the arm of Urosovsky. He's played most of his Toronto FC career in the centre of the three-man midfield, Mikhail Urosovsky. But today he's back at left back. He likes to get forward from that left-sided position in the midfield or left back. Here's the ball played into the box, lanced away by Ryan Johnson. Put back in by Kamara towards the back post. Johnson again climbs high to win the header. Viator helps it away. And then a foul. But the referee says play on, even though 2 players go to ground. Bob de Klerk not happy with the official. It looked as if Sulzma had been fouled there. Nothing given. We can take another look. Sulzma got there first, and then Kai Kamara goes to ground after the challenge on Nick Sulzma. This Toronto FC's 6th game at Sporting Kansas City. It's their first time in this new stadium, which is just a few hundred yards away from the Community America ballpark, which was Sporting Kansas City's home for the last few years before they moved into this new stadium. Toronto with just 1 win on the road against Kansas City, who were called the Wizards until they moved to this new stadium and changed their name to Sporting Kansas City for this year. And a win coming 3-2 in the opening game of the season in 2009. Jim Brennan getting the scoring going on that occasion. A couple of goals for Amaro Guevara. Davy Arnaud scored twice for Sporting Kansas City. He's their captain, but he's out right now, the central midfielder Davy Arnaud. He's had sports hernia surgery. And another Sporting Kansas City player struggling right now seems to be Kai Kamara, who will come off the pitch to receive a bit more treatment. Approaching the 27-minute mark. It's 0-0 here on Goal TV Canada. A chance for Toronto FC's players to take on some liquid. Have a bit of a breather in this heat. Myers with the ball forward down the right towards Omar Bravo, who's switched out to that right-hand side now. Bravo and Kamara switching wings. And that's out of play for a Sporting Kansas City corner. Chance Myers, the fullback, getting forward down the right-hand side. Jefferson is taking it. He made his debut against Newcastle United in a friendly here on Wednesday night, this Sporting second corner kick as it goes all the way into the box, and then the overhead kick is fantastic from Kai Kamara. Sporting Kansas City opening the scoring in stunning fashion. It is Kai Kamara's fourth goal of the season. And what a way to score. The corner coming in from Jefferson, not dealt with by Toronto FC. Kamara with a scissor kick. He was being marked by Eddie Viator there, but Kamara managed to get first to the ball and flashes the shot past Stephen Fry. An acrobatic finish from Kai Kamara, and Toronto FC's hard work in the opening 28 minutes undone by a flash of brilliance from the Sierra Leone international. 29 appearances for KC last season, a team-high 10 goals. He's certainly seeming in confident mood tonight. Now this is Jefferson from long distance. Jefferson into the middle. Espinosa plays it through, back towards the Brazilian Jefferson. Now Ryan Johnson downfield towards Koevermans, who had Toronto FC's best opportunities. A couple of chances for Koevermans in the opening 10 minutes. That strike from Kamara, the 38th goal conceded by Toronto FC so far this season. Vancouver and DC United conceding 30 is the nearest any other team is to conceding that many goals in MLS so far this season. Bravo with the outside of the right boot. Viator tries to get back and then looked as if he caught Espinosa. And the referee has now given the free kick. It took him a while, but the official Chris Penso, in just his 7th Major League Soccer match, just past the half hour, towards Sporting Kansas City. A free kick just to the left of the penalty area. Aaron Vinter off the bench asking a few questions of the fourth official as a yellow card is shown towards Eddie Viator. We also saw yellow in the game against FC Dallas on Wednesday night. Here's another look. He was high with a challenge. He was late on Espinosa. The second booking of his Toronto FC career. Jefferson and Bravo, Sporting Kansas City's 2 designated players, standing over this free kick. Espinosa just off to the right-hand side on mark. Jefferson goes for goal. Or Bravo, I should say, punched away by Stephen Fry. Here's Omar Bravo once again. The long ball into the box. And that went off Richard Eckersley. No, it didn't. It went off CJ Sapong for a goal kick. Here was the ball played in by Omar Bravo, wrapping the right boot around it. And dealt with by Stephen Fry, who got good distance on the punch. Let's send it downstairs to Andy Petrillo.
Well, Luke, speaking with first assistant coach Bob de Klerk, he talked about chances in the game of soccer and how they are few and far between. You need to take advantage of them. In this game, we saw in the opening 10 minutes, Toronto with quite a few attempts on goal, but they were not going in. Much the same case Wednesday against FC Dallas. Turn it around, of course, right now, Sporting KC getting the first goal. So now it's about not getting frustrated, staying calm, and capitalizing on the chances you do get.
2 goals for Toronto FC in their last 7 matches. A 1-0 win against Vancouver. And the defeat at Salt Lake. The ball played towards the back post, and it's 2! Kai Kamara with his 2nd of the game. And Toronto FC concede twice within the space of 5 minutes. After a bright start at Livestrong Sporting Park, the home team now in control. The ball played in by Espinosa, a free header at the back post. And just like that, the hard work done by Toronto FC through 30 minutes, undone by 2 strikes from Kai Kamara. Stefan Fry beaten. And Kamara with 5 goals now this season takes the team lead. Given away by Toronto. Here comes Espinosa through the middle. Maicon Santos wins it back. Wide to the left for Ryan Johnson, who cuts inside on Chance Myers. Maicon Santos. Played through towards Danny Koevermans, who is offside. 11 minutes left to go until half-time. The ball played through towards Koevermans. The correct decision from the assistant referee to raise the flag for offside. It's the 5th time this season Sporting Kansas City have scored 2 goals in a game. They've scored more than twice on 3 occasions, including a 4-1 win at FC Dallas a few weeks ago. In a shock result on the road. Kamara inside towards Jefferson. Koevermans, the player tracking back there. Jefferson will try and get on the end of the ball, but can't. Koevermans across to Torsten Frings. Here's Ryan Johnson. Zulsma wants it played early, wide to the right. Went off the back of Sinovic. Colin. Out wide to Chance Myers, the first overall pick in the 2008 draft. Kansas City just knocking the ball around at the back now. Here's Beasler. Beasler winning the text vote to be named to the All-Star team. Bravo. Kai Kamara on a hat-trick. Outside it goes to Espinosa. And now Torsten Frings. Beautiful ball through from Frings towards Maicon Santos. Santos trying to get past Cesar and then dispossessed by Jefferson for Sporting Kansas City. Rolled through perfectly and the flag stays down. Omar Bravo goes round Stefan Fry. Bravo for 3. And Sporting Kansas City, before half-time, have 3 goals. 2 for Kamara, 1 for Bravo. And again on the road, Toronto FC finding themselves with a mountain to climb. 3 goals in just 8 minutes of play for Sporting Kansas City. The ball through from Jefferson, perfect towards Bravo. And all the presence of the veteran player that Bravo is to go round Stefan Fry, who is now getting some treatment. Seems to be having a problem with his arm. Maybe he fell on it as he went to ground. Omar Bravo, the Mexican, making his 13th start for Sporting Kansas City this season. Mexican international who has represented his country at World Cups, through one-on-one with Stefan Fry. And maybe Bravo just catching Fry there as he went past the goalkeeper. And that's why Fry needs some treatment. Milos Kosic is down on the touchline. He would be the replacement if Fry cannot continue. Kosic just watching on from the side of the pitch at the moment. Stephen Fry has played every minute of every game so far this year. It's the same old story on the road for Toronto FC, so many times undone in such quick fashion by the home team. Stephen Fry will be okay to continue, at least for the time being. Omar Bravo, former Deportivo La Coruña player who actually played alongside Julian de Guzman during his time in Spain. De Guzman's still out injured at the moment for Toronto FC, but Bravo gets the third to add to the 2 goals from Kai Kamara. Jurasovsky inside to Maicon Santos, and now Gianluca Zavarisi. Picked up by Jefferson on halfway, across to Espinoza. Now there's plenty of space for Sporting Kansas City. Wiesler goes inside towards Collin. Sporting Kansas City with 23 points from 19 matches coming into this game, unbeaten in 11, 6 at home, 5 away. They lost 5 in a row before that. And now with Toronto FC trailing by 3 goals to 0, they have to find a way back into the game in conditions that they aren't used to playing in. It was hot and humid, of course, in Toronto during the week, but this is the worst they've experienced this season, even more so than when they were in Houston a couple of weeks ago. And even in the mid-evening hours here in Kansas City, Kansas, temperature still around 38 degrees. The ball's played straight towards Nick Sulzma. Bravo going backwards to Wiesler. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. Toronto competitive through the opening 28 minutes until a stunning overhead kick from Kai Kamara broke the deadlock. Kamara struck again just a few minutes later, and then Bravo, 6 minutes before the break, adds a third. Sulzma, the referee pulling play back for a foul as Bravo went to ground in the play just leading up to that. And a change is going to be made for Toronto FC with Matt Stinson getting ready to come into the action. Here's a look at the foul as Viator. And then the challenge when Bravo went in was with Sulzma, but it was the one from Viator that is the reason the referee gave the free kick. So the youngster Matt Stinson is going to be given an opportunity for Toronto FC in a few moments' time. Stinson making his debut in difficult conditions as a substitute at Real Salt Lake, and this will be his 4th appearance for Toronto. It's Maicon Santos that he's going to be coming off. Aaron Winter deciding to bring his captain out of the game, not for the first time this season, at a very early stage. Espinoza. Just over a couple of minutes to go until half-time now. The ball yet to go out of play to allow Toronto to make the substitution. Aaron Vinter just standing with Stinson on the near touchline, having a few words with the youngster as he awaits his appearance into the game. Colin forward towards Bravo. Bravo closed down by Eckersley. Back it comes towards Colin. And now Cesar. Late to the left-hand side for Espinoza. Beasler, Sporting Kansas City, just playing possession with the ball at the moment. Letting the clock tick down, conserving some energy as Kamara flicks it forward. Jurasovsky almost beaten to the ball by Chance Myers. Jurasovsky brings it away. Still going Mikhail Jurasovsky. Support from Johnson on the left-hand side. Kuberman's in the middle. Jurasovsky makes the run further forward, but Cesar is able to get in there. And out of play it goes for a throw for Toronto FC. So here will come the change. Matt Stinson, the graduate of Toronto FC's academy, former captain of the academy, the 18-year-old Toronto-born midfielder, will replace Toronto's Brazilian captain, Maicon Santos.
Checking out number 29, Maicon Santos. He's replaced by 15, Matt Stinson.
It looks to be a tactical decision from Aaron Vinter. Santos going straight to the bench, not receiving any treatment. Made just 60 seconds before half-time. There will be 2 minutes of time to be added on at the end of this first half. A first half that has seen Sporting Kansas City score 3 quick goals around the half-hour mark. Stinson into Frings. What an opportunity for someone like Matt Stinson with a big future ahead of himself to play alongside Torsten Frings in the centre of Toronto FC's midfield. Stinson, a player who certainly has a heart for the battle and a big future ahead of himself. And we're now into the 2 minutes time added on at the end of this first 45. The ball played down the left by Sinovic. And the 24-year-old fullback, born in Kansas, straight out of play. Eckersley backwards towards Stefan Fry. Andy Iro, born in Liverpool in England, played alongside Wayne Rooney in the youth system with Everton before moving stateside. Eckersley forward towards Kubermans, now picked up by Jefferson. Stinson with a foot into the ball there. Zavarisi couldn't win it back off Espinoza, and this is Bravo, forward towards CJ Sapong. Torsten Frings gets a foot to the ball, and Toronto FC back in possession with a minute left of this stoppage time at the end of the first half. Eckersley across to Andy Iro. It's the 4th time this season Toronto FC have conceded 3 goals. Here's Jurasovsky. Plays it in towards Zavarisi, and the BC-born midfielder unable to bring that one under control from the ball played by Jurasovsky. And it's now 7 times this year that Toronto have conceded 3 or more. Because as well as the occasions they've conceded 3, there have been 3 times when they've conceded over 4 goals. But what hurt them today is a fabulous strike from Kai Kamara, opening the scoring after a positive start to the game by Toronto FC. Kai Kamara got 2, Bravo got 3, 2 goals in the space of just a few short minutes either side of the half hour. Then Bravo, 5 minutes before the break, adding a 3rd. Here's a taste of the game. He trailed by 3 goals to 0 at half-time. 2 for Kai Kamara, 1 for Omar Bravo, No changes for Sporting Kansas City at halftime. No further changes for Toronto FC after Aaron Vinter brought off captain Maicon Santos with just a minute left to play and put on academy graduate Matt Stinson. Kai Kamara with 2 of the 3 goals. The first one, an absolutely incredible strike. Great attempt from Kai Kamara, really bursting Toronto FC's bubble after what had been a decent start to the game. Danny Koevermans, Torsten Frings were making their impact on the game felt in that opening period. Danny Koevermans with a couple of very good chances, and he was denied by Jimmy Nielsen. Here comes Ryan Johnson, another save from Nielsen. Matt Stinson back off now for Nick Sulzma. And Toronto FC with an early chance in the opening few seconds of the second half. Ryan Johnson, the new signing, denied the left foot shot. Nielsen with the save. And there you see Jimmy Nielsen, the 33-year-old, 2-time Danish goalkeeper of the year, keeping out Ryan Johnson. I was talking to Toronto FC goalkeeping coach Mike Toshak at half-time. He feels that the save from Nielsen from the effort by Koevermans early in this game is a real contender for one of the saves of the year in Major League Soccer. He managed to get down very quickly at a shot that was coming from point-blank range and keep out Koevermans. Here's Chance Myers with a ball through, and now this is the rookie CJ Sapong. Matt Stinson trying to get a foot in, then Jurasovski. The frustration boiling over there for Jurasovski as he barges Sapong down. Sapong, a hard-working physical presence up front. In his rookie season, picked 10th overall this year in the MLS Super Draft in Baltimore, getting away from Stinson, and then Jurasovski not getting anywhere near the ball as he went shoulder to shoulder and pushed Sapong down. So here's the free kick which Jefferson is going to take. He has looked a lively addition to Sporting Kansas City's roster in his MLS debut. A Brazilian designated player. Jefferson with a delivery. Stefan Frei manages to take it. The flag was up for offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. And Frings plays the ball upwards towards Jurasovski. And the throw quickly taken by Chance Myers down the right-hand side. Toronto FC's next league action in Portland a week today. A game you can see live on Goal TV Canada, but before that, on Wednesday night, there is CONCACAF Champions League action as Toronto FC hosts Real Esteli of Nicaragua in the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions League preliminary round. Matt Beasler, the 24-year-old, with a throw. The central defender gets good distance towards the front post. CJ Sapong plays it backwards towards Beasler. And now it's Chance Myers. Myers, the first overall pick in the Super Draft in 2008. Sporting Kansas City managed to win the throw close to the corner flag. Beasler once again with the long throw in towards the 6-yard box. Glanced across goal by Sapong. CJ Sapong coming from James Madison University. 3 goals and 3 assists in his rookie year so far for the 22-year-old. He's appeared in all of Kansas City's games, the only player to do so. Myers gives the ball away to Gianluca Zavarisi. Zavarisi back in the starting lineup tonight for Toronto FC. Jurasovski now goes inside towards Matt Stinson. Sulzma. Viator in space down the right-hand side. Receives the ball from Sulzma. Viator's cross in is over the top of both Johnson and Koevermans. Jimmy Nielsen making a save from Johnson in the opening moments of the second 45 minutes. Nielsen playing in his second season in Major League Soccer, sent off in the home opener against Chicago for a handball. That home opener coming in the middle of June after Sporting Kansas City started the season with 10 games on the road. And this one today, the first of 9 in a row at home. They are on their way to a victory tonight which will equal their longest ever unbeaten run, which came in 2000 on their way to the MLS Cup. Here's the ball played in towards Koevermans, and Danny Koevermans gives Toronto FC some life with his first goal for the club. 5 minutes after half-time, the downward header beats Nielsen. It's 3-1. Koevermans with a couple of chances in the first half. He'll be relieved to get off the mark. Good ball in from Johnson, and the downward header. It's 3-1. Johnson with the assist, his first since joining the club. And Koevermans with a good header. This time going for the near post after trying for the downward header towards the back post late in the first half against FC Dallas. Is there a comeback on the cards as Springs look over the top towards Savarese? It's through to Jimmy Nielsen. Sporting Kansas City, one of the original members of Major League Soccer, in their 16th MLS season. Here's Johnson with the ball outside to the right for Soulsma to chase, too far in front of the Dutch forward. And out of play for the throw to Kansas City, who won the MLS Cup and Supporters Shield back in 2000 and won the US Open Cup in 2004. Substitution coming up in a few moments' time for Sporting Kansas City. CJ Sapong is coming out, and we're going to see Teal Bunbury coming into the action. And that will take place in just a few moments' time. Bunbury just getting ready on the touchline. Bunbury born in Hamilton, Ontario, but choosing to represent the United States rather than Canada at international level. And Kai Kamara going down. And this will allow the change to be made with CJ Sapong's night over. And Bunbury coming in, 3 goals this season and 2 assists for Teal Bunbury. This is 16th appearance of the season. He's not scored, though, since April 2nd when he got 2 in Vancouver. Drafted 4th in 2010. And Canadian soccer fans very unhappy with Bunbury, who represented the country at youth level, but chose to make his senior debut for the United States last year against South Africa. Here's Koevermans, the goal scorer for Toronto FC. Out wide to the right where Soulsma plays it into the middle. Comes all the way to Savarese. And the Canadian Savarese over the bar with the attempt on goal. Koevermans rolling the ball wide to the right-hand side. And then Savarese connecting. Toronto FC showing some signs of life in the opening stages of this second half, despite trailing at half-time by 3-0. Frings with the header forward towards Stinson. If Toronto could get another one back, it really would be game on here. In a stadium that cost $200 million to build, and 16 months it took to get this one up. Without doubt, one of the top couple of stadiums in Major League Soccer now, Livestrong Sporting Park. State-of-the-art technology here. Here's Bunbury. Iro with a foot in, Jurasovsky brings it away. That goal from Koevermans breaking a goal drought for Toronto FC after 3 games without managing to find the net. Danny Koevermans taking the header well, and once again showing signs in this game that he has a lot of potential for Toronto FC once he gets fully match fit. Cesar has been struggling with injury. It looks as if he'll be brought out of the game in a few minutes' time for Sporting Kansas City. And Graham Zusi, the MLS Player of the Month for June, will be the player to enter the game. There's some space down the right-hand side for Kai Kamara. 2 goals tonight. Ball played in, is headed away by Richard Eckersley. Back out to Kai Kamara. And Kamara's cross in is dealt with by Stefan Frey. Rolled out to Torsten Frings. Ryan Johnson, who has impressed the coaching staff immensely in his opening days as a Toronto player, because of the way in which he has performed on the training pitch. We're going to see another academy graduate coming in a few moments for Toronto FC. Ashton Morgan will be the next player to come into the game. Both teams getting ready to make a change. There is Ashton Morgan. And Zusi, who lost his place in the team today with Jefferson coming in, the Brazilian designated player, has certainly had a good year so far for Sporting Kansas City. 3 goals, 3 assists. It's going to be Mikhail Jurasovsky coming out, so a straight swap at left back. The ball played through towards Stinson. The pass with a little bit too much weight from Andy Iro to allow Stinson to bring it under control effectively. And the referee giving a free kick away of Sporting Kansas City. Colin is down injured. Espinoza also on the ground. The young referee Chris Penso, just his 7th Major League Soccer game tonight. Danny Koevermans deep in conversation. Denied a couple of times by Nielsen, but the Danish keeper couldn't keep out the header just after half-time that pulled Toronto FC back into the game. So here comes the first change for Sporting Kansas City, their 2nd of the night, with Graham Zusi replacing Cesar. And then very shortly we will also see Ashton Morgan coming into the game. The 2nd change to take place at this time, as he will replace Mikhail Jurasovsky. The veteran Brazilian Cesar, replaced by the Orlando native Zusi, who scored a couple in that 4-1 win at Dallas back on June 12th, drafted in 2009. Last year, 4 starts in 19 appearances. This year, he's already up to 18 appearances, Graham Zusi. And there's the change with Mikhail Jurasovsky coming off. Ashton Morgan with his 4th substitute appearance of the year for Toronto FC, who made his MLS debut as a sub against Portland. Also came off the bench against Vancouver Whitecaps on June 29th and as a 2nd half sub against New York Red Bulls. Morgan, a player who joined Toronto FC's academy team back in 2008 and has now graduated. Let's go downstairs to Andy Petrillo.
Well, Luke, on Wednesday, a lot of people anticipated that Torsten Frings and Danny Koevermans would not play the full 90 minutes, given that they weren't quite match fit ready, but they did. And once again tonight, it looks like they will go the full 90 minutes. And that's because head coach Aaron Vinter said, at the end of the day, I brought these players here to play. That's what they're going to do. And in fact, on Wednesday, both Frings and Koevermans told Vinter and Bob de Klerk that they were good to go. They did not want to come off. So right now, the coach is relying on their players, trusting them and how they feel out on the field.
Well, Sporting Kansas City may be forced to make a change here due to an injury. Aurélien Collin, the 6'2" French defender, on his 14th start of the season, has gone down once again. He was receiving treatment a few moments ago and looks to be in considerable pain once more. So Sporting Kansas City have already made a couple of changes tonight. And they might have to make a third and final substitution if Colin is unable to continue here. As we approach the hour mark at Livestrong Sporting Park. Here's a look at how he hurt himself a couple of minutes ago. The challenge there with Ryan Johnson. Johnson just going into the back of Colin, and then after receiving treatment first time, he hurts his back once again as he played the pass out to this near side. And it might be an opportunity if Colin can't continue for youngster Daniel Cyrus to come into the game, who is a central defender for Sporting Kansas City, who is on the bench tonight. Cyrus yet to make an appearance in Major League Soccer. And it looks as though Colin won't be able to continue, so Cyrus will be coming on for his first game for Sporting Kansas City in MLS. He played midweek against Newcastle United. Aurelian Colin then going off. And Cyrus will come in. The flag up for offside as the ball was played through. And it remains 3-1. All 3 goals coming from Sporting Kansas City in the first half. Danny Kuberman's pulling one back, but it was Kai Kamara with 2. And also Omar Bravo scoring 1. And here we see the change with Cyrus coming in. His first appearance in Major League Soccer. He was acquired on loan earlier this month, a player who is from Trinidad and Tobago. Cyrus goes into the heart of the Kansas City defense to replace Colin. Here's Bunbury down the left-hand side, another of Kansas City's substitutions. Espinosa in towards Bravo. Over the top from Espinosa, Stephen Fry can collect that one. So all of the changes now made by Sporting Kansas City. Toronto FC having already brought on Ashton Morgan and Matt Stinson. Can still call upon Milos Kosic, the goalkeeper, Danley Borman, Ty Harden, Donnell Henry and Nathan Sturgis, the other substitutes on the bench tonight for Toronto. Here's Zusi. Zusi switching play wide to Sinovic on the left-hand side. Sinovic brings it down and goes for goal with a shot. Saved by Stephen Fry. And second time of asking, Fry is able to pounce on the ball with Bunbury close by. Sinovic bringing it down, shooting on his right foot, and Stephen Fry got down well with the left hand, and a good recovery from Fry to get there ahead of Teal Bunbury. Bunbury scored his first goal for the US against Chile in a friendly in January. There you see Stephen Fry called upon on a number of occasions this season and leads the league in saves with 83. More work for the defence and for Fry maybe now down the right with Chance Myers rolling the ball into the middle. There's Bravo! It's a second for Bravo. It's 4 for Sporting Kansas City. And after Kuverman's goal brought Toronto FC hope at the start of the second half, that is 3 points for the home team. Surely now, just after the hour mark at Livestrong Sporting Park. Created by Myers down the right-hand side, so simple with the ball in. And Bravo with the easy finish for his second goal of the night, his 5th of the season. And there it is, in fact 6 now this year for Bravo. He has 5 and 6 on the year tonight. So he retakes the team lead, which Kai Kamara had pulled level with his 2 goals early in this game. Into the 65th minute of play, so just short of the 3-quarter mark in the match. 4 goals conceded once again by Toronto FC. is the fourth time this season that they have conceded 4 or more goals. And there might be more here with Maya's ball into the middle. And there's the header straight at Fry. Bravo was on a hat-trick. Myers once again, as he did for the goal, causing trouble down the right. The cross was good towards Bravo, stooping in front of Viator there, but Fry was able to make the save. Toronto FC now with 41 goals conceded this season, and that matches the number of goals they conceded in the whole of 2010. The most in a year, 49 goals conceded in 2007, Toronto FC's inaugural year. The yellow card shown there in the direction of Ashton Morgan. Here's a look at why the referee decided to book Morgan. And it looked as if the foul was the other way, really, with Kamara stepping onto Ashton Morgan. It was actually Kamara getting the yellow. So here's Savarisi with the throw as Kai Kamara goes into the book. And it comes backwards towards Ashton Morgan for Toronto FC. There's the cross in towards the edge of the box, headed away by Sinovic. Just short of the 3-quarter mark in the match. Kai Kamara with 2 first-half goals, setting Sporting Kansas City on their way. Here's the throw towards Stinson. Back it comes out wide to the right-hand side. Richard Eckersley. Viator all the way back towards Stefan Fry. Now Ashton Morgan. Morgan with the crossfield ball trying to pick out Sulzma, brought down by Kubermans. Then Sinovic plays it backwards towards Jimmy Nielsen. This time the foul goes Toronto FC's direction once again, much to the disappointment of Peter Vermes on the Sporting Kansas City bench. Vermes, an original member of Major League Soccer, retired from playing back in 2002, finishing his playing career with Kansas City. Great defender during his time. As the ball played forward towards halfway. Zusi. Now Kamara. Up to Bunbury. Bunbury lays it off into the path of Jefferson. Jefferson tried to squeeze it through, but Viator managed to get there ahead of Omar Bravo. And that's a foul by Matt Stinson, who is going to get a yellow card. Stinson's combative game is always going to be something that may draw the attention of referees. Here we see again, Stinson was just waiting to the ball to drop to the ground, and in the end, when it did, it fell towards Espinoza. Matt Stinson left Winthrop University in South Carolina last fall to come back and try and earn a place on Toronto FC's roster this year, and he managed to do so after a good performance during pre-season. Here's the free kick from long distance, straight at Stefan Fry from Graham Zusi's attempt. And then Fry looks long downfield quickly towards Johnson, but asking too much of the former San Jose man as it runs all the way through to Nielsen. Toronto FC's next match against Real Esteli in the CONCACAF Champions League coming Wednesday night. Still tickets available. For more information, head to torontofc.ca as Toronto FC embark on another journey into the Champions League, one that last year saw them get through the preliminary round with a great result in Honduras against Motagua. And then one of the performances of Toronto FC's first 5 years in existence, beating Cruz Azul at BMO Field in the group stage. And an equally as impressive performance to get a point in Mexico in September, a 0-0 draw in a completely different manner. First, though, before the group stage this year, they have to get through against Real Estelí, the two-leg tie starting Wednesday. Then it's Toronto heading to Portland before going straight from Portland to Nicaragua for the second leg of the preliminary round game. Toronto FC inside the final 20 minutes here, heading for 11th defeat of the season. A win against Vancouver on June 29th, ending a 9-game winless streak in Major League Soccer, but since then, defeats in New York and Houston and home to FC Dallas. And it's looking like another defeat here at Livestrong Sporting Park as Springs plays the ball to Stinson, forward for Kubermans. And Toronto's legs will be tiring in the sweltering heat of Kansas City. And here comes the home side once again. Jefferson breaking forward towards the edge of the area. Stinson tries to get back. Jefferson rolls it across for Kamara, whose shot is over the bar. Kai Kamara with 3 goals on the season coming in tonight, but scoring twice. Having started his MLS career in Columbus back in 2006 and also played for Houston and San Jose before joining Kansas City back in September of 2009. There's the shot from Johnson, and he's pulled another one back for Toronto FC. And like Danny Kubermans, Johnson opens his account for his new team. It's 4-2. At last, something else for Toronto's travelling faithful to cheer about. An error from the rookie in his debut, Cyrus, giving it straight to Johnson, who got there ahead of Beasler and managed to finish well. Ryan Johnson with his first MLS goal since May 8th, 2010. That came in a 4-0 win against New York. And despite Toronto FC conceding 4, there have been some bright spots on the night. They started very well. The goals for Kubermans and Johnson. At least something for Toronto FC to cling on to as they prepare to head back over the border tomorrow. Ryan Johnson with 2 assists on the season so far in 14 appearances and 12 starts for San Jose Earthquakes. He did score, though, for his country, Jamaica, against Honduras, a winner in the Gold Cup last month. 17 goals for Johnson in 99 games for the Earthquakes. It didn't take him long in his second game for Toronto FC to get his first goal for his new team. Here's Sulzman, twisting and turning and getting the cross back post where Cyrus will flick it away. Cyrus just having come on as a substitute for his first appearance in MLS. Gifting the ball to Johnson for the second goal for Toronto. It's back with Ashton Morgan. The ball into the middle, met by Espinoza. Iro plays it back downfield. This is Danny Kubermans, laid off for Matt Stinson. And now Torsten Frings. Torsten Frings tried to pass it towards goal, and it's actually a free kick for Toronto on the edge of the area for handball by Cyrus. Cyrus replacing the injured Aurelian Collin. And after giving the ball up for the second goal, he now gives a chance for Torsten Frings to have a crack at goal from the edge of the box. There you see it just going off the arm of the Trinidad and Tobago defender. Frings standing over the ball. Zavarisi is there as well. Kubermans as well. It's Torsten Frings straight off the wall. Iro. Across halfway towards Eddie Viator. The ball played high into the Kansas City box. Jimmy Nielsen comes and gets there. So Toronto FC managing to find a goal in this one. As we take another look at the free kick from Frings that didn't make it over the wall. The last time Toronto scored 2 in a road game was in the 2-2 tie at Los Angeles Galaxy, with the double for Alan Gordon, who is no longer with the club. They also scored 2 at Vancouver in the opening game of the season, in a result that mirrors this one at the moment, with Sporting Kansas City leading by 4 goals to 2. A yellow card being shown to Graham Zusi for that challenge on Gianluca Zavarisi. Zusi only scoring 1 MLS goal last year against Philadelphia, but already with 3 this year. He might find his appearances a little more limited now, though, following the addition of Jefferson, who started his first game tonight for Sporting Kansas City in the league, in an attacking role in their midfield. Here is the ball played in towards Jefferson from Bravo. Jefferson turns against Richard Eckersley. Now picked up by Sulzma, but that's a foul by Eckersley, who has been playing in the centre of defence tonight for Toronto FC alongside Andy Iro, with Eddie Viator playing at right back. Mikhail Urasovsky started the game at the left back position. Has since been brought out for Ashton Morgan to come in. Here's the foul by Eckersley that brought Jefferson to ground. Aaron Vinter making a change very early on in this one, just before half-time, with his side trailing by 3 goals to 0 after 3 goals in under 10 minutes of play. As you see there, 2 from Kamara and 1 from Bravo. He brought his captain, Maicon Santos, off with a minute left to play and replaced him with Matt Stinson. Aaron Vinter making a number of trades in recent days, but still more to come as he looks to reshape the team. Terry Dunfield and Leandre Griffey, the midfielder from Columbus, still to make their debuts for Toronto, who have already used 33 players now this season. That's the second most in Major League Soccer history. The most players ever used, 36, the Metro Stars back in '96, as Morgan's cross drifts behind. And you would think, with the way things are going, with the 2 debuts to come from Dunfield and Griffey, that Toronto will pass that mark. There you see the challenge not called as Johnson went to ground. Just 1 win in 13 games coming in for Aaron Vinter's Toronto FC as Nielsen plays the ball forward. 12 minutes left to go. 2 goals the deficit here at Sporting Kansas City. Toronto FC not giving up in the second half. And it looks as if the 3rd and final change for Toronto might be coming in a few moments' time, with another academy graduate, Donnell Henry, coming in. And Torsten Frings is the player who will be coming out, we hear. Already Stinson and Morgan, who have graduated from the academy, have come into this game. Henry was the first player to make the step up when he was promoted last August and signed a professional contract. This will be his 6th appearance of the season in Major League Soccer. Here's Koevermans. Koevermans rolls it in towards Ashton Morgan. Morgan's cross in is headed away. Cyrus got the head to the ball to put it out of play for the throw. Is Eddie Viator. Viator pushed to the ground by Espinoza, but it's gone out for a throw to Sporting Kansas City. And here comes the change. Torsten Frings coming out. Frings started the game very well tonight, pulling the strings in the midfield. He gets a break now towards the end of this one, with Doniel Henry coming into the action, and Richard Eckersley, I think, will probably move into the midfield role that was held by Frings. And that allows Henry to go at the back alongside Andy Iro. Here is Doniel Henry called to deal with this one early on, as Fry now has to clear under pressure from Bunbury. It went off Teal Bunbury, out of play for a throw for Toronto FC. Both sides now using all three of their substitutions. Ryan Johnson, scorer of Toronto's second goal. Out wide to Solsma down the right. Can Solsma keep this one in? He won't be able to. Too much to ask of the Dutchman. And it took a deflection on the way through. So this will be a corner on the right for Toronto FC. There is still time if they can get one back here. Henry is forward from the back. Andy Iro forward as well. Here's the delivery from Solsma. Ryan Johnson was trying to get to that ball first but couldn't. Now Zusi turns the ball over towards Nick Solsma. Nick Solsma! And that's a goal kick for Sporting Kansas City. So many times on the road we've seen Toronto FC unable, when conceding goals, to find a way back into the game, but tonight they have at least shown some fighting spirit, with goals from Koevermans and Johnson in the second half. Here is Ryan Johnson. Lays the ball out to the left-hand side for Ashton Morgan. Chance Myers plays it forward towards Omar Bravo, who has 2 tonight for Sporting Kansas City. He also scored 2 in the opening game of the season. He was named the MLS Player of the Week for Week 1. And Bravo, who scored a couple of goals at the 2006 World Cup in Germany for Mexico, with 2 tonight. Here's Doniel Henry, still forward from the last attack. Henry against Cyrus. And a goal kick given by the referee. And the 2 goals scored by Omar Bravo, showing plenty of composure to round Stefan Fry for the first, and then an easy tap in for Bravo for his second, and Sporting Kansas City's 4th when he converted across from Chance Myers. Andy Iro, the left-footed central defender who arrived from Columbus. Almost caught in possession there by Teal Bunbury, gets it back towards Richard Eckersley. And now Doniel Henry. And Eckersley is back there. That's a free kick for Sporting Kansas City. And here's a look at the foul. A late challenge by Henry on Omar Bravo. Peter Vermes and his Sporting Kansas City side closing in on the record-leveling 12th game in a row without defeat. Here's the ball flicked through towards Espinoza. The battle of the 2 number 15s, and Toronto's Matt Stinson comes away with it. Long downfield, Beasler is back there. Koevermans chasing across, but Matt Beasler, the all-star, manages to get the ball towards Sinovic. Now here's Zavarisi chasing this one forward, but Chance Myers picks it up to Omar Bravo, who goes all the way back to Jimmy Nielsen. Flicked on by Jefferson, brought down by Teal Bunbury. Bravo along halfway, and now played forward by Cyrus to Zusi. Doniel Henry managed to get a foot to the ball there. It seems as if Henry has taken up a position in midfield as well as Richard Eckersley for Aaron Vinter's team. They might have gone to 3 at the back at the moment, the way they're shaping up. as they try and chase this game in the final 6 minutes. Morgan with the ball forward to Zavarisi now. Zavarisi up against Zusi for Toronto, goes backwards to Ashton Morgan. Played forward by the 20-year-old, and straight out of play over the top of Matt Beasler for a goal kick. Donnell Henry had a run in the side where he made a few starts for the team. Made his MLS debut as a substitute in the last game of last season. That's Toronto FC's last road win in Major League Soccer, a 3-2 victory at DC United. His first MLS start covering in the 2-2 draw at Los Angeles Galaxy back on June 11th. And Donnell Henry finding himself in the game tonight. Viator with a header forward. And Myers, down the right-hand side it goes. Omar Bravo running at Ashton Morgan. Played forward now to Chance Myers. Espinoza. Wide to the left-hand side now for Kai Kamara. Rolled in towards Omar Bravo. Ashton Morgan did ever so well to get there ahead of the Mexican veteran. And this is Stinson. And a long ball forward from Matt Stinson. Unable to find Nick Sulzma. Let's take another look at that great covering defending from Ashton Morgan. The youngster up against Omar Bravo, and Morgan does well. Cyrus. The long punt downfield, the flag up for offside very early on Teal Bunbury, who was trying to get back from an offside position, but unable to do so before it came downfield from Cyrus. Only one win in the first 10 matches of the season for Sporting Kansas City when they started with that long road trip. That was their opening game at Chivas, but then 17 of their final 24 matches at home. Home has been good to them so far. They are unbeaten here at Livestrong Sporting Park. This will be a third win. They've already beaten San Jose and Vancouver. They've tied 3 here against Chicago, Colorado and Chivas. Having spent the opening 10 games of the year on the foot of the Eastern standings, Peter Vermes now seeing his side climb the table. Here's Eckersley. Eckersley and Zavarisi trying to combine. Now this is Matt Stinson. 2.5 minutes left, plus whatever time is added on here at Livestrong Sporting Park in Kansas City. Peter Vermes unhappy with the officiating, making his feelings known to the 4th official. But his side cruising now to a victory here tonight. Vermes, the technical director with KC since November 2006, but following the firing of Kurt Anolfo in August 2009, he took up a position on the bench as the head coach. Last season they finished 3rd in the East, 7 points outside the playoffs. Here's the ball played through from Kamara. Bunbury got the ball caught in his feet. Maybe still a chance for Bunbury. Over the top of the bar as he looked for a 5th goal for Sporting Kansas City. Teal Bunbury, the Hamilton native, getting on the end of the ball through from Kai Kamara, who already has 2 goals tonight. Bunbury getting the space to shoot, but unable to keep the ball down. Viator keeps it in play. Good play from the Guadalupe fullback. And then Henry forward towards Sulzma. And now this is Johnson. 60 seconds left, plus whatever time is added on here in Kansas City, as Johnson wins the throw. Espinoza quickly across to head the ball into touch, but it's another throw for Toronto FC. 3 minutes of time will be added on at the end of this game. Sporting Kansas City up by 3 goals to 0 before half-time. The ball played in towards Stinson there. It goes off Myers, and it's a corner for Toronto. Kai Kamara with 2 and Omar Bravo with 1 in 10 minutes. Just after the half-hour mark. Here's the ball played in towards the front post. Headed away by Zusi. And now this is Richard Eckersley. Koevermans pulled one back just after half-time with his first goal for Toronto. Bravo made it 4-1 just after the hour mark. So then Johnson got another one for Toronto, and that's why it's 4-2. First goals for the club tonight for Koevermans and Ryan Johnson. We are into the 3 minutes of time added on. Stephen Fry with a long ball fired wide to the right-hand side. Headed back in by Sulzma and away by Kai Kamara. And then Jefferson helps the ball onto Espinoza. In the heat and humidity of Sporting Kansas City, Espinoza heads towards the corner flag. Donnell Henry goes across as Espinoza looks to just keep play there. Toronto will get it away with Viator. Back for Donnell Henry. Fry with the ball downfield. Sporting Kansas City about to move up to 26 points from 20 matches played, with what will be a 6th win of the season. For Toronto FC, they'll stay on 18 points from 23 matches. And this will be defeat number 11 of the year. This is the 4th time Toronto have conceded 4 or more goals on the road this season. Here's Stinson, blocked by Chance Myers. And out of play it goes for a corner for Toronto FC. Sulzma's ball in towards the front post. Up goes Johnson with the header, and it flashes wide. So with time ticking down, Johnson and Koevermans with the goals tonight for Toronto FC, but it will be a defeat. Played forward towards Zavarisi. And that looked like a handball by Espinoza. It is, and a free kick for Toronto FC. With just a minute left of the 3 minutes time to be added on at the end of this game. Played forward by Matt Stinson towards the edge of the penalty area, headed away. And now Richard Eckersley just manages to keep the ball in play. Eckersley does well down the right-hand side. Manages to win the corner for Toronto FC. Good play right to the end there from Richard Eckersley. Still battling for the ball in the corner. And here is the corner for Toronto, which will be taken by Nick Sulzma. The outswinger towards the 6-yard box, flicked away by Beasler. Back into the danger zone it goes. Ryan Johnson tries to get there. Still might come for Johnson with the overhead kick. Nielsen scrambling, tips it round for the corner on the right. An overhead kick started the scoring in the first half from Kai Kamara for Kansas City. And Johnson almost did the same. And that will be the last action of this game here at Livestrong Sporting Park. Toronto FC undone by 3 quick goals in the first half. Down by 3-0 at half-time against Sporting Kansas City. Jimmy Nielsen was hurt as the ball was played into the box there. He made a great save early on to deny Danny Koevermans as Toronto FC started pretty well. But the 2 goals from Kamara and 1 from Bravo in the space of 10 minutes before half-time had Toronto FC on the ropes heading into the break. Danny Koevermans pulling one back just after half-time. Omar Bravo then made it 4-1. And despite a first goal for the club from Ryan Johnson, Toronto FC fall to defeat at Sporting Kansas City. As we take a look at how Nielsen got hurt as the ball was played in from Sulzma. And it was his own player, it looks like, initially. And then maybe an elbow as Nielsen went down, but he's going to be okay. He's back to his feet now. I think it was Ashton Morgan just going in late there. But Nielsen, despite